Have you ever wondered why your cat immediately reacts when you mention food, but completely ignores you when you ask them to stop scratching the couch? There's actual science behind what your cat understands, and why they sometimes choose to ignore you. Today we're exploring feline psychology to uncover 6 words your cat truly comprehends, and number 4 might surprise you. Unlike dogs who have been bred to follow human commands, cats evolved as independent hunters, making them less inclined to respond to verbal cues. However, research from the University of Tokyo confirms that cats can distinguish human words and associate them with specific actions or outcomes. They're just selective in how they respond. Think of dogs as eager students raising their hands, and cats as the quiet genius, absorbing everything but only engaging when it suits them. Dr. Atsuko Saito, a specialist in feline behavior, found that cats recognize their names even when spoken by strangers. Not only that, but they also understand human vocabulary and link specific words to emotions, routines, and rewards. While cats may not outwardly react to every word, they comprehend far more than we often assume. This selective acknowledgement of words shows that cats have an intricate cognitive process that prioritizes information relevant to their needs, making their understanding of language unique compared to other pets. Recent studies published in scientific reports have taken this understanding even further. Researchers at Izabu University in Japan discovered that cats can form associations between words and images without any reward-based training. In their experiments, cats demonstrated the ability to match specific words with pictures, showing confusion when the pairings were switched. Remarkably, cats formed these associations more quickly than 14-month-old human babies, suggesting their cognitive abilities may be more advanced than previously thought. This might seem obvious, but it's backed by science. A study in Scientific Reports demonstrated that cats prioritize their names as an important sound even when strangers say their name. Cats show subtle responses like ear flicks, tail twitches, or head turns. Unlike dogs who respond eagerly, cats choose when to acknowledge you. Try calling your cat's name in different tones, neutral, happy, or annoyed, and observe how they react. Most cats respond best to a soft, high-pitched tone, similar to the way we naturally talk to babies. Interestingly, some cats may associate their name with both positive and negative experiences. If you often use their name before something unpleasant like a trip to the vet, they may be less inclined to react positively. Conversely, if their name is consistently paired with affection or food, their reaction will likely be more favorable. Building a strong association between their name and enjoyable moments can enhance their responsiveness over time. Many cat owners report that their pets recognize not just their formal names but also nicknames. One cat owner shared that their cat recognizes her name, Gabriella, along with nicknames like Little Monkey. This demonstrates cats' ability to learn multiple sound patterns associated with themselves. Ever noticed how your cat magically appears when you say treat or dinner? That's because they associate certain words with rewards. Studies show that cats learn food-related words through classical conditioning. Repeated exposure to a word before receiving food strengthens their understanding. Some cats even recognize the sound of food packaging. Try saying treat in a completely different tone and see if your cat still reacts. Beyond just words, cats are also highly attuned to environmental cues related to feeding time. The rustling of a food bag, the sound of a can being opened, or even your footsteps heading toward the kitchen, can trigger an immediate response. This heightened sensitivity showcases their incredible ability to link sounds, words, and routines, reinforcing how deeply their brains are wired for associative learning. One cat owner commented that their cat can hear a bag of Dreamies opening from space, highlighting just how powerful food-related associations can be for our feline friends. Another fascinating example comes from a cat who uses the grandfather clock to keep his daily schedule. The moment it strikes 5 p.m., he runs to the fridge and gently meows until it's opened. This demonstrates how cats integrate time awareness with food expectations, showing sophisticated cognitive abilities. This might be shocking, but cats actually understand the word no. However, they process it differently than dogs. Instead of responding for social approval, cats analyze the consequences of obeying or ignoring you. If the reward of continuing their action outweighs the consequences, they'll carry on. Essentially, they conduct a quick cost-benefit analysis before deciding whether to listen. Interestingly, research shows that cats who frequently ignore no tend to score higher on problem-solving tests. To make no more effective, try redirecting their attention to an alternative action and rewarding them for compliance. Cats respond best to a calm, disappointed tone, rather than an angry or loud command. The way you deliver the word matters. If no is consistently followed by an unwanted consequence, like being gently removed from the area, they'll start associating it with an undesirable outcome. However, if your cat never experiences any consequence, they may learn to ignore it entirely, reinforcing their independent nature. As one cat owner humorously put it, "My cat absolutely understands, he just doesn't want to." Some cat owners have successfully taught their cats to respond to specific corrective phrases. One owner shared that their cat understands "no biting" and stops the behavior when told, and also knows claws as a command to retract their claws. This suggests that with consistent training during kittenhood, cats can learn to associate specific words with behavioral expectations. Unlike dogs, cats don't instinctively respond to being called. However, they can learn to associate "come here" with positive experiences. A study by International Cat Care found that cats can be trained to respond to this phrase with up to 80% reliability if it's consistently paired with something rewarding. If you only call your cat when it's time for a bath or a vet visit, don't be surprised if they ignore you. Instead, use "come here" before meals, playtime, or treats to build positive reinforcement. Over time, they'll start responding, even when they can't see the reward. A helpful trick to improve responsiveness is using a unique vocal pattern or sound before saying, "come here." Cats tend to react more reliably to higher-pitched sounds or repetitive calls, rather than a single-word command. By adding a playful tone or a clicking noise before the phrase, you can increase the likelihood of your cat responding, making the interaction more predictable and enjoyable for both of you. Some cat owners have developed sophisticated communication systems with their pets. One owner shared that when their cat wants something but they don't know what, they say, "take me and show me." The cat then leads them to the food bowl, treat box, or litter box before lying down and rolling over on its back, effectively communicating exactly what it needs. This demonstrates how cats can learn to participate in complex communicative exchanges when properly motivated. In a surprising discovery, a study from Oregon State University found that many cats prefer human interaction and praise over food. When you say "good job" or "good kitty," your cat isn't just hearing the words, they're analyzing your tone, body language, and facial expressions. Consistent verbal praise combined with physical affection strengthens the bond between cats and their owners. Try greeting your cat with a warm "good morning" every day. This routine sets a positive tone for communication throughout the day. Cats are also highly perceptive of emotional cues. If you say "good job" with genuine enthusiasm, they will pick up on your positive energy, reinforcing their behavior. While they may not wag their tails or jump up in excitement like dogs, a relaxed body posture, slow blinking, or gentle purring can indicate that they recognize and appreciate your approval. Understanding these subtle responses can help deepen your connection with your feline companion. One cat owner noted that when they tell their cat to, quote, "be a good girl," when she misbehaves, she usually responds immediately. The owner observed, "She likes being told she's a good girl. She knows the rules and decides to acquiesce." Another owner shared that when they cuddle their cat and tell her she's mummy's girl and that they love her, the cat purrs deeper and louder. These observations suggest that cats not only understand praise, but actively seek it and respond positively to it. This might be the most unexpected word on the list, but cats quickly learn nighttime routines. Many cat owners report that their pets recognize words like bedtime or sleep and begin their own wind-down behaviors. Some cats will even follow their humans to bed, anticipating a cozy, quiet time. This association is built through routine. If you consistently say bedtime before going to sleep, your cat will recognize the pattern and adjust their behavior accordingly. Because cats are creatures of habit, they thrive on predictable schedules. A consistent bedtime routine can help regulate their sleep patterns and even reduce nighttime restlessness. If your cat is particularly active at night, try reinforcing bedtime with calming activities like gentle petting, a quiet feeding session, or a warm sleeping space. Over time, they'll learn that this word signals a time for relaxation and comfort. One owner shared that their cat not only understands bedtime, but will come and tell them when they're late with the routine, demonstrating how cats can internalize and even enforce household schedules. Another cat owner mentioned that when their 5-year-old daughter says, "Mom, I'm going to sleep," They immediately hear a meow as their cat walks with the daughter right away to bed. This shows how cats can associate bedtime routines not just with words, but with the actions of specific family members. While we've covered the 6 most common words cats understand, many feline companions demonstrate far more sophisticated language comprehension. Some cats have shown the ability to learn dozens of words and even respond to different languages. One owner shared a remarkable story about rescuing a cat that didn't respond to English but perked up when spoken to in French. After speaking French to the cat and gradually teaching it English, the cat became the most dignified, loving cat they'd ever known. Another owner described how their cat performed dog tricks on command, including sitting, begging, laying down, rolling over, shaking hands, and walking on 2 legs. Their veterinarian described this as evidence of a soul bond between the owner and cat. These examples highlight how the depth of the human-cat relationship can enhance communication and understanding. Cats also demonstrate remarkable social awareness. One person described how a neighbor's cat would ask for permission to enter their apartment by pausing at the open door, meowing a certain way, and waiting for a pleased response before entering. Another shared how their newly adopted kitten watches over their baby, even tapping away the hand of an unfamiliar family member who approached the infant and laying over the baby's foot when a sock came off to keep it warm. Research from Azabu University has found that cats pay more attention to us than we realize. In their experiments, cats formed associations between nonsense words and images after just 2 9-second sessions, while human babies required 4 15-second sessions. While this doesn't necessarily mean cats learn faster, they quickly lost interest in the stimuli, it does suggest they're highly attentive to human speech and actively try to understand us. It's important to remember that cats communicate differently than dogs. While dogs have been selectively bred for thousands of years to work collaboratively with humans, cats have maintained much of their independent nature. As one commenter aptly put it, dogs have owners, cats have staff. Cats rely heavily on body language and subtle cues rather than vocal responses. When you speak to your cat, they may respond by wiggling their tail, giving slow blinks, or making small chirrup sounds rather than obvious reactions. One cat owner noted, "I love when I'm talking to my cat, and he always wiggles his tail when I'm talking," demonstrating how cats acknowledge communication in their own way. Understanding your cat's communication style requires patience and observation. Pay attention to ear positions, tail movements, and pupil dilation. These subtle signals often reveal more about your cat's comprehension and emotional state than obvious behaviors. Remember that cats choose when to acknowledge you. This selective response doesn't mean they don't understand, just that they're deciding whether a response is worth their effort. So how many of these words does your cat understand? Does your cat have a unique word they respond to? Cats are much cleverer than most people give them credit for, and with consistent communication, you might be surprised at how much your feline friend comprehends. If you enjoyed learning about your cat's linguistic abilities, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more fascinating feline insights. Share this video with fellow cat lovers who might benefit from understanding their mysterious companions a little better. After all, better communication leads to stronger bonds with our purring partners.